Hi students, welcome to the STLD class, lecture 10, and our topic is logic gates. So, in the most of the digital electronic circuits, the logic gates are the most basic building blocks. With choosing logic gates, we are constructing different types of universal gates and some special type of other gates, and we are building so many functions, so many Boolean functions, or so many circuits which are the required by the customers. Okay. Here we have some predefined logical functions and we have some user-defined logical functions. So the predefined logical functions in the combination of circuits and sequential circuits that we will see in this subject. So present in this class we are dealing with the basics of logic gates. So coming to here we have different types of logic gates like inverter. We can call this one as NOT gate, AND gate, OR gate, NAND gate, NOR gate, EXOR and XNOR gates. Right. So first we will see the types of these logic gates. The complete logic gates are divided into three parts. The first one is basic logic gates, second one is universal gates, and third one is other gates. These are the major classification of the logic gates. In this logic gates, coming to the first one, basic gates. In the basic gates, coming to the three different types of basic gates. The first one, NOT gate. So the NOT gate act as an inverter. If you are giving the input as 0, the output it will produce 1. If you are giving input is 1, the output is 0. That is, if we have in binary two modes type operations, that is 0 and 1, that is on and off conditions. Okay, so the 0 is representing, the logic 0 is representing off condition, the logic 1 is representing on condition. If you are giving to the 0 to the NOT gate, it will produce 1. That we will see in detail. Next, coming to AND gate, third one OR gate. These are the three basic gates are in the logic gates operation or digital side. Next, coming to the universal gate. There are two types of universal gates are present. The first one NAND gate and second one NOR gate. Next, coming to the other gates. Here we have two types of other gates, that is EXOR gate and XNOR gates. These are the very important gates. All the 7 are the very important gates for implementing any type of the digital functionality. Now coming to the first one, NOT gate. Okay, this NOT gate we can call as inverter. That is, it inverts the input function. So it will generate the output function. Whichever the information you are giving at the input side, that information it will invert and it will use the output. Coming to the logic gates are basic circuits of the digital electronics. It has minimum of 1 input and more than 2 inputs. Generally, some of the gates has should follow. Okay, so coming to here, for this inverter, we have only 1 input and 1 output. Coming to that, the basic logic symbol for the NOT gate or inverter, you can call anyone. Okay, so this is the logic symbol of the inverter. You have to remember the most important point. So the inverter is consisting of a triangular symbol with followed by a circle. So this is the NOT gate symbol representation. So whatever the information you are giving at the input side, it will take the complement at the output side. Okay, so this is the basic inverter operation that we will see by using truth table or functional table. So this table is called functional or truth table. So this truth table is generally consisting of inputs and output. So whatever the information you are giving at the input side, so here you are giving input at this place and you are taking output at this side. So I am representing I by P. So I am writing shortcut. So now this is a full form, input, and this is the output, right? So input and output. So the input will enter into the system and it will process and it will give the output at the place of here. So the Y is nothing but as output. Okay, so here we represented the input section and here we represented the output section. So coming to the input section, whenever the input you are giving 0, you got the output as 1. So this is the first case. Whenever you are giving the input is 1, the output is 0. So this is the truth table of the inverter. Here 0 is nothing but as the voltage. 0 is nothing but as voltage 0 volts. 0 volts. Logic 1 is representing voltage of some 5 volts or 10 volts, that is built on the technical dependent information. So it may be 5 volts, it may be 3.3 volts, it may be 12 volts, it may be anything. That is the high level voltage which is available in that particular circuit. Right. So this is the basic functionality of the inverter. Next, coming to that, so this is the Boolean expression. So the output, the Boolean expression we are representing like this. Y is equal to A bar. So A bar is nothing but as reverse value of A. If A is equal to 0, A bar is equal to 1. If A is equal to 1, A bar is equal to 0. So this is representing reverse of A value. If you put here X bar, here X bar is nothing but as reverse value of X, reverse value of X. So this is the generalized representation. Next. So the NOT gate is very important, very basic functionality. If you are giving at the input side 0, it will produce the output 1. Right. Next, coming to that AND gate. This AND gate example we will see in depth. First one, see the symbol of the AND gate. So this is the logic symbol of the AND gate. So we are representing with the minimum 2 inputs and 1 output. For the AND gate, the minimum number of inputs are 2. Right? Without 2 inputs, we cannot process the AND functionality. For example, AND functionality is linking 2 issues. For example, if you want to, if you are there in the college at the morning at the time of 9, first you have to wake up early and you have to catch the bus. Okay. If you want to be there at the in time in the college at the time of 9, first you have to wake early and you have to catch the bus. So if you want to use these 2 sentences, if you hear these 2 issues are combinedly you have did, otherwise it will not, you are not in the college in the right time. So first of all, you have to wake up the early, that is the first condition. Second condition, after wake up, you have to complete your all the activities and you have to take your books and you have to catch the bus in time. This is also should be in time. If these 2 activities are worked in time, automatically you will be there at the college. If you wake up early, if you are not catch the bus, you will not be at that in time into the college. So here this is very important. So see here, I have 2 inputs. So one input I am saying that wake up early. Second input I am taking as catching the bus. If these 2 activities are done in the right time, you will get the attendance at your class. Okay. If you are not, your wake up is a very late timing, then you are not able to catch the bus in time. Automatically there is no output. If see here, these 2 activities must be related with using AND gate operation. Remember one thing, here we are not doing arithmetical operations. Arithmetical operations are different, logical operations different. So generally here the relation between these 2 is nothing but as AND operation. The AND operation we are representing with a dot symbol, A and B. See here, the AND means logical operation. The logical operation we are representing with a dot. Where the logical operation we are representing with a dot. This is very important. This dot generally we are representing for the multiplication purpose. Okay, for product operation purpose generally we are representing dot. But here the dot is representing logical AND operation. The AND operation is nothing but as if both inputs are in the on condition, the output is also in the on condition. For the remaining cases, the output is nothing but as 0, right? So whatever the inputs you have in the remaining condition, the output is 0. So whenever the 1 condition will be there, then only the output is 1. So for that reason, we have represented the output of the AND gate Y is equal to A and B. Y is equal to A and B. So this is the basic representation of this AND gate. For explaining this concept, I have considered a small electrical circuit with a bulb. A small electrical circuit with a bulb. Now we will see this operation. So coming to the first case, here we have A and B switches. A and B switches. Coming to the A switch is in off condition. For the off condition, I am representing with 0 logic, and for B switch also it is in off condition. So A is off condition, B is off condition. So whatever the voltage, for example here 230 volts or maybe 5 volts or maybe 10 volts, whatever it may be. So whatever the power supply, if you the power supply, whenever it reaches to the bulb, then only the bulb is going to glow. Here when this voltage goes to this bulb, so whenever the A switch, B switch is shorted, whenever the A switch is in on condition, B switch is on condition, then only the bulb is going to glow. So in this condition, the bulb is not in working condition. The bulb is not in working condition. Second, coming to here, A switch is in off state, B switch is in on state. That is logical 1 I have represented here. So whatever the power supply is not going to there at the output side available bulb. So whatever the bulb is available, the bulb is not receiving the input voltage because of A is in the open condition. So for that reason, in this case also the bulb is not going to on. So this is a 0-1 condition and this is the 0-0 condition. So 0-0 means A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0. Here 0-1 means A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1 condition. Next, coming to the third situation. This is 1-0 situation. Here A value is in on state and B value is off state. Here we have again open switch. So for that reason the bulb is not receiving this voltage whichever you are giving at the input side. So in this condition also bulb is not going to switch on condition. Next, coming to the final condition. In this condition, see here A is equal to 1, that is A is equal to in the short circuit and B is equal to short circuit, that is on situation, on operation condition. In this condition the bulb is going to glow. The bulb is going to glow. So this is the AND gate operation. This is the AND gate operation. So these are the 4 conditions. So the output will be available whenever the 2 input switches. So for the AND gate we are taking minimum 2 inputs. So if you are taking 3 inputs A, B, C, okay, 3 switches are available at this situation. If you are taking 4, then 4 switches are available. If you 5 switches are there, then automatically you can in your function A, B, C, D, E, 5 switches will be available. So whenever these 5 switches are in the on condition, then only whenever the 5 switches are in the on condition, then only we will get the output. So all the inputs must be in the on condition. Right. So finally, the AND gate operation, the output of AND gate is equal to 1 when all the inputs are in on condition. So remember this point, the output of the AND gate is equal to 1 whenever all the inputs are in the on condition. Otherwise the remaining, in all cases, the output of the AND gate is 0. See here, this is the 2 input AND gate. Here we have A, B and Y. In this way we have 3 input AND gate. The 3 input AND gate we are representing in this way. So this is the 3 input AND gate, like 4 input, 5 input, 6 input, so whatever it may be. For the simple logic case, for the AND gate, if the all inputs are in the ON condition, we will get the output. Otherwise, in the remaining all cases, the output is 0. So this is the AND gate operation. Next, coming to that OR gate operation. So see here in the previous AND gate operation, so here the switches are in series. Remember, the switches are in series. This is very important. In the AND gate logic, the switches are in series situation. Coming to that OR gate operation, in the OR gate operation, the OR gate symbol we are generally representing in this way. So this is the OR gate logic symbol. Here also we have 2 inputs. So except NOT gate, remaining all the gates have minimum 2 inputs and 1 output. Okay. So here you can take 2 inputs, 3 inputs, 4 inputs, whatever it may be. Here I have taken 2 input OR gate. So R, generally R we are using for doing any activity in between some of the activities. For example, now I want to go to filling, otherwise now I want to go to house. So in between these two, I can use the logic as R. I will do that work, otherwise I will do this work. Any one, that is optional to me. Okay, that is optional. For these 2 sentences, I am using OR logic. So that is the OR gate functionality. If any one of the signal, if any one of the input signal is in ON condition, automatically I will get the output. Otherwise, I didn't get any output. See here, in the first condition, 0, 0. 0, 0, the output is 0. 0, 1, output is 1. 1, 0, the output is 1. 1, 1, the output is 1. Here, in this case, 1 input is on. In this case, 1 input is on. In this case, 2 inputs are on. In this case, there is no on concept for the input side. So in this case, I got the output as 0. There is no switched on any one of the input. In these remaining 3 cases, in every case, any one of the input is in ON condition. So for that reason, if any one of these input is on, automatically my output goes to on. For representing this OR gate, I am using plus symbol. Generally, plus means addition at the arithmetical operations. Coming to here, the plus is representing logical OR operation. Okay. In this case, the plus is representing logical OR. So plus is not addition here. Remember one thing, in our subject side, the plus is representing logical OR operation, right? But it is not addition operation. Remember, this one is very, very important. So for explaining this subject, for explaining this OR gate, I have taken 2 parallel switches. In the AND gate concept, I have taken 2 series switches. In this concept, I have taken 2 parallel switches. That we will see in these pictures. So in the first pictures, so see here, A is equal to in off condition, B is equal to off condition. The bulb is not going to switch on. So see here, in this situation, A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. Now this power supply is moving in this direction. The power supply is moving in this direction and it reaches to the bulb. Now the bulb is going to glow. Now the bulb is going to glow. So the output is in the on situation. Okay. In this case, now A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0. In this condition, the voltage, the input voltage is traveling in this direction and it reaches to the bulb. So for this reason, here the 1 0 condition also we got the output. Next 1 1 condition, the bulb the output input voltage goes in this direction, the input voltage goes in this direction. In any of these 2 directions, the input voltage reaches to the output and the bulb is going to in on condition. Okay, so this is the logical OR gate operation. If any one of the input is the logic 1, then automatically the output is 1. If all the inputs are in the half state or in the logic 0 condition, then the output is equal to 0. For the remaining all cases, any one of the input is in on, automatically the output is on for the logical OR gate operation. Okay, remember this one. Once again, you have to see this one and here OR gate operation. Note on this OR gate operation, the Boolean function for this OR gate is equal to A plus B, where this plus is nothing but as logical or operation. Okay, right. So I have mentioned here 0 0 condition, 0 1 condition, 1 0 condition, 1 1 conditions. Okay. Next. Next, coming to that, universal gates. So the universal gates, why these universal gates we are calling as universal gates? Here we have under this universal gates two concepts. One is NAND gate and second one is NOR gate. Okay, first one is NAND gate, second one is NOR gate. These two gates are called universal gates. For example, what is meant by universal truth? Universal truth means what? Right. Universal truth means the complete universe is accepting the one information. For example, here we have coming to that water. Water always flows to the downside. This is accepted by the complete universe. Alright, so that is called universal truth. Okay, again, sun motions. So sun motions also we are accepting from the complete universe. So the earth is rotating, so accepting by the universe. So whatever the functionality we have in our requirement set, the complete functionality we can develop by using NAND or NOR gates. So by using NAND and NOR operation, we can implement any type of function. Right? Whatever the function here we have, the complete functions we can represent by using NAND and NOR gates. So for that reason, the universal gates the universal gates, they are getting the name because of they can implement any function which will be available in the universe. Each and every function we can implement by using NAND and NOR gates. So for that reason, we are calling NAND and NOR gates are universal gates. Remember why the NAND and NOR gates are called universal gates? Because of the NAND and NOR gates can implement any type of digital functions or digital circuitries. So for that reason, we are calling these two gates are universal gates. So the NAND means, so the three letters from this second letter to fourth letter AND operation, the first letter is N. The N is representing NOT. So NAND is formed with the help of NOT and AND gates. So these two gates this NAND gate is formed with the help of NOT and gates. NOT and AND gates which are there in the basic gates. So NOT plus AND is equal to NAND. So this is the AND gate symbol and this is the NOT gate symbol. Okay. So this is the AND gate symbol, this is the NOT gate symbol. So what is the output here? What is the output of this AND gate? AND gate output is equal to A logical AND dot B. A dot B. A dot B means A logical and B. Okay. So this is the output. Actually, what is the NOT gate operation? If you are giving at the NOT gate input as A, output is A bar. If you are giving X is the input for the NOT gate, output is X bar. Here I am giving the AB as an input here. Now I got the output is equal to A dot B whole bar. Right? So this is the A dot B whole bar operation. Right? So remember NAND gate operation A dot B whole bar. Okay. So that we will see. First we will see the logic symbol this for this NOT gate. Very simple thing. The bubble is representing majorly inverter operation or NOT gate operation. Okay. For representing the NOT gate operation, you can use bubble also. There is no need of representing the complete symbol. Use bubble also. In some cases, not in all cases. Okay. Right. See the logic symbol for NAND gate. So this is the NAND gate logic symbol, right? So here two inputs and this is the AND gate symbol. I am representing the NOT gate as bubble. So this is the NAND gate operation. Y is equal to A and B. A and B. And means logical AND operation. Okay. That A dot B we are representing in this way. Right. Now see the truth table. So here the output of this AND gate is AB. With using NOT, what I am doing? AB, A dot B whole bar. So AND gate operation, whatever the AND gate outputs you are getting, the outputs are here in the reverse conditions. For example, see A, B, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. These are the maximum possible combinations are at the input side for the two inputs. Okay, so see here. This switch is in off condition. This switch may be on, off, or on. In this on condition, the switch may be on or off. So these are the maximum possible combination. By using two switches, we can make this maximum possible combination. Generally, AND gate output. AND gate output means what? AND gate output. What is the AND gate output? If two inputs are in the on condition, automatically the output is on condition. So here the two inputs are on, so the output is on. For the remaining cases, the output is equal to 0. This is the AND gate operation. What I did here, whatever the output we are getting from the AND gate, that is I have reversed here. I reversed here. So reverse means the NAND gate output is 1, 1, 1, 0. So I have used a NOT gate to invert the output. So 0 is converted as 1. 0 is converted to 1, and in the last case 1 is converted to 0. So in the first three cases, I have the output is 0 for the AND gate. By using NOT gate, I reversed the operation. That is, if I got 0, I am representing with 1. Here I have 1, the output is 0. This is the NAND gate operation. So coming to that, I am representing y is equal to a dot b whole bar. So see here, if both inputs are on condition, the output is equal to 0. In the remaining condition, the output is equal to 1. Okay, it's just reverse of AND gate. NAND gate is written as reverse of AND gate. Just simply remember that point. And we are representing y is equal to a dot b whole bar. So this is the our Boolean functionality. I have represented the same Boolean functionality here. Y is equal to a dot b whole bar. Y is equal to a dot b whole bar. Now it is visible, right? So y is equal to a dot b whole bar. Remember this. So in the same way, NOR gate also, right? Coming to the NOR gate. So second and third letters are representing OR gate. The first N is representing NOT gate. So NOT plus R is equal to NOR. NOT plus R is equal to NOR. So this is the NOR gate basic representation. So the NOR gate is followed by NOT gate. NOR gate is followed by NOT gate. A, B, these two inputs were giving at the output. So at the place of here, we got the A plus B. Generally, OR gate output we are representing A plus B, where plus is not addition, where plus is nothing but logical OR operation. A plus B. So now I have the NOT gate. Now output y is equal to A plus B whole bar. Right? So that is representing bar. Okay. So A plus B whole bar. I am writing again here. Y is equal to A plus B whole bar. So this is the NOR gate operation. So NOR gate operation, it is nothing but y is equal to A plus B whole bar. A plus B whole bar. Now we will see the logic symbol. It is very simple. The bubble we are adding at the output of this OR gate. So see here. So the OR gate is followed by a bubble. So this is the logic symbol of NOR gate. You have to draw this one. You have to practice. Right. Now what is the output? Inputs are A, B. If it is 0, it may be 0 or 1. If it is 1, the B is 0 or 1. Okay. Right. Coming to the OR gate output, A plus B. So this is the OR gate output. Okay. So if any one of the input is 0, if any one of the input is 1, automatically the output is 1. Otherwise, if both inputs are 0, the output is 0. So this is the A plus B operation. Next, A plus B whole bar. That is NOR gate operation. That is NOR gate operation. In this situation, so 0 is we are giving to the inverter, so then it will change this to the 1. 0 is converted as 1, 1 is converted as 0, 1 is converted as 0, and 1 is converted as 0. So this is the NOR gate functionality. So this is the NOR gate functionality. So see here. So this is the NOR gate functionality. Both inputs are 0, the output is equal to 1. In the remaining all cases, the output is equal to 0, and this is the representation of NOR gate. Okay. Other gates. These other gates are nothing but as EXOR and XNOR operations. EXOR and XNOR operations. Let us see. So XOR operation, XOR gate operation. XOR gate we are generally calling as exclusive OR gate. Exclusive OR gate. So OR gate already we have seen, but this is a special case of OR gate. So for that reason, this is called exclusive OR gate. The OR gate output generally we are representing the OR gate output. So inputs are A and B. Coming to the output for the OR gate. This is OR gate. It's not XOR gate. OR gate. For the OR gate is, if the inputs are 0 0 or 0 1 1 0 1 1. So these are the maximum possible combinations. If any one of the input is on, automatically the output is on condition. So if the both inputs are low, then only the output is low. So this 0 we can call as off condition or logic level low level logic. The one is representing high level logic. If both inputs are low, the output is low. If any one of the input is high, automatically the output is high. This is the OR gate operation. This is the OR gate operation. Coming to the exclusive OR gate operation. So exclusive OR gate operation we are representing in this way. Exclusive OR gate operation we are representing with in this way. So this is called XOR symbol. This is XOR symbol. I am again representing here A XOR B. So this is the XOR symbol. This is the symbol for XOR gate. This is the symbol for XOR gate. Right? So coming to the exclusive OR gate operation, there is small change where when both inputs are in on condition, that is 0. The remaining conditions are same. So coming to these three combinations, the same OR gate behavior is followed to the XOR gate. In the special condition, that is when the both switches are in on state, that is in 1-1 condition, the output is representing with 0. So this is the XOR gate operation. XOR gate operation that we will see now. So this is the exclusive OR gate symbol. Right, this is an exclusive OR gate symbol. Generally, we are representing the OR gate in this way. Here we have taken one more line, and in the XOR gate also minimum inputs are 2 and output is 1. The inputs minimum number of inputs is 2. Here I have written A and B, and the output is equal to Y. So this is the XOR gate symbol representation. Right. Now coming to that. Truth table of exclusive OR gate. So in the 0 0 condition, the output is 0. In the 1 1 condition, the output is 0. That is, if the both inputs are same, either 0 0 condition or 1 1 condition, the output is 0. If the both inputs are different, if one input is on and another input is off, otherwise on, off or off, on. In these two situations, the output is 1. We are representing with 1. So this is called XOR gate operation. So this is the XOR gate operation. So this is the XOR gate operation representation. The Boolean expression for XOR gate, Y is equal to A XOR B. Y is equal to A XOR B. So coming to here, the A XOR B, we are writing in this way. We are writing in this way. Why you are writing in this way? See here, in the XOR gate operation, see this truth table. In this truth table, observe here, when we got the output in these two cases. In these two cases, we didn't get any output, but in these two cases, we got the output. So what is this case? In this case, what are the inputs behavior? A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. Generally, if you have, if the input signal is 1, you are representing the particular variable with 1. If the input is 0, you are representing that input variable with B bar, complemented operation. So remember one, if A is equal to 0, that is we are representing with A bar. If A is equal to 1, then that is we are representing with A. If it is B, then we are representing B bar. If B is equal to 0, then we are representing this one with B bar. If B is equal to 1, that is we are representing with B. So these are the generalized representation for 0 and 1 behaviors. Now coming to here, in this case, A is equal to 0, comma B is equal to 1. In this case, A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 0. This is I am representing with A bar B, and this is I am representing with A B bar. Why I have represented A bar? Because A value is equal to 0 and B value is equal to 1. So I represented B is equal to 1. In this case, I got the output. That is A value must be 0, B value must be 1. Okay, these two, this combination 0 1 combination is very, very important. So the both inputs must be 0 and 1. And means the logical AND operation. The logical AND operation I am representing with dot. This is A bar dot B. So this is the first combination. And second combination, A dot B bar. Why I have written A dot B bar? Because A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0. B is in the 0 condition, that is in the complemented form. So for that reason I have represented here B bar. A is equal to 1. Directly I am representing A value. So this is the second case. This is 1-0 combination. This is the 1-0 combination. Here I have two combinations. The first one is 0-1, second one is 1-0. So in these two cases I am getting output. Okay, that is nothing but as, for example, in any one of the case is enough to get the output. But I have two cases. Either in this case I got the output and in this case I got the output. So two cases are available. But getting the output, any case is enough. So any one of the input is 1, the output automatically 1. I think we heard this logic at the OR gate. So for that reason, these two terms I am writing like this. A bar B plus B bar. Maybe you can use the value for getting the output, this one. Otherwise, you can use the value of this one. In any combination, no problem. If any one of the input is 1, automatically the output is equal to 1. So this is very, very important situation. The OR gate plus is representing OR operation, and A bar is nothing but as 0 value and B is equal to 1 value. Here B bar is nothing but as 0, A is equal to 1. Right? Generally, in the field we are representing with bar and without bar. If you are representing with bar, that value of the signal is equal to logic 0. If it is A or B or C, like if you represent in this way, that is its original form, then the value is equal to 1. Okay, so now in between these two values must be 0-1 combination. This is a must. A is equal to 0, B is equal to 1. These two values should be same like that only. Then only you will get 1. So for that reason, in between these two values, I have used AND operation. So this is the first case, A bar B. Second case, A B bar. Okay. These two, any one of the case is enough to get output. Okay. So if any one of the input combination is available, the output is equal to 1. So for that reason, I have used a plus operation in between these two. So see here clearly. So the Boolean function for this XOR is equal to Y is equal to, I am writing again here, A bar B plus A B bar. Okay, so this is a XOR gate operation. Okay, XOR gate operation. Next one, XNOR operation. XNOR, it is nothing but as, so in the place of OR, we have kept NOR gate. It is very simple. XNOR is the reverse of XOR gate. XNOR gate is the reverse of XOR gate. So see here. So XOR symbol, at the end of the XOR gate symbol, I have kept a NOT gate. I have represented a bubble. Now coming to the, this is the reverse. Actually, what is the XOR operation? XOR operation is, if both inputs are same, output is equal to 0. That is, we got here AB combinations 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. For XOR, that is equal to 0 1 1 0. Now coming to the XOR, reverse this one. 0 is converted as 1, 1 is converted as 0, this is converted as 0, this is converted as 1, 1 0 0 1. The same thing I have represented here. So this is the XOR gate operation representation, and coming to that, so this is the symbol, this is the Boolean function, and this is the symbol. So this is the symbol for XNOR gate operation. For XNOR gate operation, we are using a circle with a dot. A circle inside with a dot, we are representing XNOR operation. Y is equal to A XNOR B. Okay. So in this case, see here, we got the output in this case, or we got the output in this case. In this case, A value 0, B value 0. For that reason, I am representing A bar, B bar. In this case, see here, in this case, Y is here I got the output. In this case, A value is equal to 1, B value is equal to 1. So this is the case. A is equal to 1 and B is equal to 1. So this is the case. So either 0 0 condition or 1 1 condition, I got the output in any one of the conditions. So for that reason, I have represented plus operation. There is a logical OR gate operation. So finally, Y is equal to AB plus A bar B bar. Otherwise, this is reverse of XOR gate operation. XNOR is the reverse of XOR operation. So actually, this is the, see here, this function. This function is the XOR. This is the complete function we are represented with a bar symbol. Okay. So now this is the reverse of XOR operation. So this is we can call XNOR representation. This is we can represent with XOR operation. So the same XOR function we have taken here, and just we complemented the function. Finally we got the XOR operation. This is the exclusive NOR gate operation. Now take the complete review of these gates. So coming to that, first basic gates. So coming to the basic gate, Y is equal to A bar, and for the AND gate, Y is equal to A dot B. And coming to the OR gate, Y is equal to A plus B. Remember this and note down correctly. So these three are called basic gates. For the NOT gate, Y is equal to A bar. For the AND gate, Y is equal to A dot B. Whenever both inputs are on, then only the output is going to on. Otherwise, in the remaining all condition, the output is equal to 0. Next, OR gate. Whenever the logical OR gate we are representing with plus symbol, coming to the output of the OR gate. The output of the OR gate is on if any one of the input is on. If the both inputs are low, then only the output of Y is equal to 0 for the OR gate. So this is the OR gate operation. These three called basic gates. Next, coming to that, universal gates. So Y is equal to A dot B. A dot B whole bar. So this is the NAND gate operation. It is exactly reverse to the AND gate operation. NOR gate, Y is equal to A plus B whole bar. So this is the reverse of OR gate operation. These two are called universal gates. Next, coming to the exclusive OR gate. So exclusive OR gate generally we are representing with A exclusive B. I think it is not visible to you. I am again writing A exclusive RB. So this is the representation, and for XNOR, Y is equal to A XNOR B. So this is the representation. You can write down Y is equal to A bar B plus A B bar. For XNOR, so this is reverse of XOR. XNOR operation is reverse of XOR gate. So I don't have here place. So write down everyone. Right. Okay. This is about total review of gates. In the next coming class, we will see error correction.